Okay, this is the second part, or I should say the third part now, of how left-wing men embrace feminism and spread the bullshit. Now, this guy here, Richard Wolff, should know better. He's old enough that he's probably went through second wave feminism and he knows what is and is not true. Now, listen to what he has to say.
In feudalism, lords not only oppressed serfs, they also sexually abused them. If you're not familiar with it, in European feudalism, for centuries, there existed and was widely respected something called the law of the first night. Here's what it meant. When a serf got married, the husband and the wife had to give to the lord of the manor or the village where they lived the right to sleep with the wife for the first night after they were married. Then husband and wife could sleep together without the lord. Think about that. This was done in many parts of Europe. It was done over centuries. It was sanctioned by the church. You get the picture. That's a deep-seated...
This is bullshit. And I'm about to show you a YouTuber who tells you how it's bullshit. As you can see, did medieval lords really sleep with the bride on her wedding night?
It is popularly depicted in Hollywood films such as Braveheart. But did it ever really happen? Well, fortunately for peasant brides and their husbands, it turns out there is no solid evidence of this practice happening in reality at all. There is not a single well-documented incident recorded, nor a single victim's name passed down. It could be argued that women in these periods in general would not be considered noteworthy, especially peasant women, as with a practice spanning supposedly thousands of years. Louis Vallot, writing in France during the 19th century, stated, "Nothing, absolutely nothing in the archives of justice authorizes us to say that our forefathers ever made a crime into a law. If we search the evidence and the literature, we find the same silence everywhere. The Middle Ages have never heard of the droit du seigneur, aka jus prima noctis. Other European scholars..."
You can see that was bullshit. There's no historical fact that went on. It's just what hysterical mate-guarding men go about, this false narrative. Women were never oppressed, ever. There was never a time this stuff happened.
Effects, Weinstein and the Me Too movement. Harvey Weinstein and people like him, Bill Cosby, you know them as well as I do. They clearly had severe personal, psychological, sexual problems. They needed professional help, no question.
I disagree with that completely. Weinstein was doing how do I explain this? This was a tradition that's no doubt still going on now. He was surrounded by second-rate, beautiful actresses who realized that they could trade their sex for TV roles or movie roles. And they got far more out of it than Weinstein did. What'd Weinstein get? Some sex? In the meantime, they might have gotten, Angelina Jolie got a, what, $1 million career? And take up someone like Bill Cosby, man, the fact that this black community, I don't think there is a community, but this black community just let someone like Bill Cosby get railroaded like he did. People in Cosby's day, when he was young, were trading, they were all into the drug scene and having sex. That was the time of free love, remember? And it's always the same thing. Like this Weinstein. Do you think like someone like Angela Jolie or whoever, I don't even know if she was the one, but some of these ones that slept with him, You think if they came out when their career was at their peak, it would hurt their careers? No. They were too valuable then. No, they always do it after the career is over. So they want their 15 minutes of fame and they dogpile them. It's just more hatred that they actually had to do something to get their, golden goose. No pun intended at all. So, I mean, this, and especially, again, Cosby, wow. To tear apart a man of that caliber, because some woman, let's face it, some woman had drugs with him, had sex with him, and all of a sudden she decided to change her mind or thought, well, maybe it was rape or whatever. And so he has to pay the price. Do you really think that Cosby in his heyday had to rape some woman? This is pathetic. And let's face it, Weinstein, by the way, was hated because there was a lot of anti-Semites out there who loved smashing on him because he was Jewish. Come on. Anyway, that's all I should have to say about these. This guy should be ashamed of himself. Because again, these losers like Richard Wolff, he can be hashtagged today. And what's he going to do? He's just going to fold. He's going to become another Weinstein. It'll be listen and believe, and everybody will dump on him. And he'll just like Weinstein, he'll turn around and apologize while he's getting shafted. This guy's an old man. He's had a long history. You think there's not one, two, or multiple women in his closet that might come out and say, yeah, he grabbed me once, he raped me. These guys are disgusting. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that.